All right, let's actually get started then. Yeah.
Okay. So,
This
No, you
laptop
don't
is
need to
incomplete.
shut the fuck up. That's all you need to do for now. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Welcome. Oh fuck's sake.
I think that's a very good intro. Keep going.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Brownballs podcast with your host Killzone.
Jackass.
Deep Throat.
and Deputy Vice. So today we're going to be talking about romance. Basically, like how romance is viewed in like popular culture, and our like sort of experiences with it, or rather lack of experience
Yeah,
with it.
it's something that all the other three of us are very experienced in, I think. So
Well,
Definitely
I
more than Deputy Vice.
Yeah, I mean, the
You're saying
closest
that
thing-
you're more experienced than me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't doubt it.
In terms of self-earned experience.
define
Self-earned?
self-under
What do you
experience.
mean?
Does it link to the repetitive?
repetitive
Motion.
motion injury that somebody incurred.
No,
Self-earned.
as an experience.
yeah.
I wouldn't call that romance either.
As an experience
That's
where
sort of like
we.
self-love,
initiate-
isn't it? That's
No,
self-love.
no. That as
We elaborated for
self-earned as in.
viewers.
No, self-earned
Jack
as
has
in.
incurred repetitive motion injury
In his
Which
right
is-
hand.
on his right wrist.
Or right
So
wrist.
it-
Yes, of course.
Right wrist.
We've told this story
Jack-
before, right?
Yeah.
You've
but we
told the
just,
story.
just a reminder
Get
for the
on.
viewers. Just a reminder for the viewers. But so Jackass claims it just mysteriously occurred overnight.
Oh,
But
he said he was curling, wasn't he?
No. He was just walking. And then suddenly out of nowhere he was like, "Ow, my wrist hurts."
You were there, Killzone.
Yeah.
oh my, is that something we should know?
meant-
Because
I
our
meant-
viewers can sense some sort of tension between you two. We're not gonna judge.
Will they or won't they? They'll have to tune
Well-
in to find out.
Well, if you're
Deep
calling the
Throat, I do
parents
call
and
you
do an
sexy,
arranged
but it's
marriage.
just two of us.
Well,
Okay,
alright.
well, now swiftly moving back to the topic.
Yeah.
After that awkward sort of, I don't know. Is that flirting? Is that what you guys consider flirting? Maybe that's relevant
What do
to
you
the...
consider flirting?
it's
Mr.
called
Mark.
sexting.
Like sensei? Teacher
Oh,
sensei?
I know. You could tell another story about what you consider flirting involving Jackass.
Oh. Yes!
Me?
So, ladies and gentlemen, Jackass and
No.
I went
No!
to
No!
a place of worship, which shall remain, we
Hey,
won't say faith.
That is too private.
And in that,
And you made that up.
All right,
I didn't
all right.
make it
You
up.
just
It
you just stop
happened.
now. You just stop
No,
now.
no.
All we
You
know is
are
that
twisting-
he feels so
Seven.
much that this should not be shared with other people. That it must have been something was going on there. So he was.
No. The reason this can't be shared with other people is because Deputy Vice over there is very good at twisting the words, and he is very good at twisting the story and turning it into something that it's not.
When he told me, he
How-
just gave me the objective facts.
No, he did not. No, he
How
did not.
about
I
just
know this
the-
guy.
I'll say the objective facts for our viewers, and they can say whether it's flirting or not. All right? They can decide. So put in the comments whether it was flirting or not. All right? So essentially,
It's very public, man.
me and Jackass go to a place of worship, right? It was quite nice. And then we see 3 girls, right? Girl A, girl B, girl C. For the purposes of this story, the girl that was involved shall be called girl A. All right? So we decide to go to the local Asda, which is the
You have to
supermarket.
explain that we're already friends. These are not just random girls that we just
Oh yeah,
decided to pick
these
up.
these three girls are already friends with Jackass, and I sort of know them. All right, like as in more than acquaintance, but not friends yet. Just to sort of give the context. Now, we all decide to go to the supermarket together, and at the supermarket, as most students will know, we don't really take trolleys. We just usually get like baskets because we can't really afford to buy that much.
I can't afford
Anyway.
the pan for the trolley either.
I can't afford the pound for the trolley. Thank you.
Bullshit.
Anyway, we all get we all start walking in, and then girl A goes to get the trolley. All right. At this point, I make a pretty lame joke about what are you gonna do? Buy the whole store? Just come in. Nothing. None of the 3 girls have any reaction. Jackass is sort of like meh, medium. Then Jackass does a classic Jackass move and says the same joke. But he goes, "What are you gonna do? Take every..." And it just stops there. Like, so it doesn't even finish
I
yet.
didn't even hear you say that joke because you said it outside. I was already inside.
Okay, pause.
I didn't steal
You weren't
your joke,
inside.
you
You were like
lame
next
ass
to me.
manipulator.
And this is the class. I'm sure Killzone and Deep Throat will concur with me that this happens quite a bit. I say something and then Jackass just says it like a few moments later. All right, back to the story. Jackass goes, "What are you gonna do? Buy every..." Doesn't even finish the sentence, and then girl A just fucking laughs, like goes.
I'm laughing.
I'm sure
It's a
that's what she
genuine
sounds
laughter.
like, Deep Throat.
Okay, that's exactly what she sounds like. All right, that's going to be for the kid. But she roars in laughter. Girls B and C just look sort of like, even on the walk over, like Jackass was saying things, but girls B and C were like, "Oh, it's just nothing." Whereas girl A was like, "Oh," that's a playful slap on the arm once or twice. I was there going, "Is this flirting?" So again, we don't know. That's up to you to decide, viewers or listeners. Sorry. And then move along. What we get into supermarket, not even 10 seconds after that random roar of laughter over what is clearly a half plagiarized joke. The girl's pushing the trolley, and Jackass goes, "Can I jump in your trolley?" Now, take it as you may. Maybe I've insinuated.
Just imagine him doing a wink at the same time, like.
Oh god, that's a lawsuit waiting to be uncovered. But okay, go on.
But the
There
girl
was
goes,
no
"Yeah, jump
way.
on in." And so they jump on in, and then I'm just there looking in disbelief. But fine, that's just the fact as it. Then we go along the aisles, we split up because I've got shopping to do on orders from Rose, and then you've got the others like just split doing their stuff. Turns out Jackass was spending time with the three groups individually. So girls B and C together, girl A on her own, and then me. So Jackass, full credit, came to help me out, helped me reach some of the stuff I couldn't reach because I'm not that tall, helped carry some of the stuff when I needed help. What a lad, right? What a legend. Anywho, on checkout, I can't remember where you were, Jackass, but as we leave the store, right? So Jackass is now pushing the trolley for all the girls because they all put their stuff into one trolley, and I'm sort of carrying my stuff. And then at that point, while he's pushing, the girl, he goes to the girl and says, "Why not you jump on the trolley now?" Now, if anyone here who's listening has watched a Bollywood film, the picture to paint is she sort of looked like he was driving a bicycle and she sat on the bicycle, like one of those scenes. Take it as you may, that's just how the facts looked at the time, right? We then leave the store, and then there's this playful push, and then we get into the car, right? Get in the car, for some reason, Jackass makes the girl go in the middle, and they talk about manspreading and how they like to like open the legs, and she was like, "Yeah, I like it, but it's not really proper." And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, just open." And
What? I did not say
like,
that.
just enjoy the space, kind of thing, in a very very PG way, not nothing dirty.
No, I
But it was
said
kind of weird, and they kept like
manspread
bumping
because
with each
it's
other.
natural to
Like,
us.
it's natural for you to say to a girl, "Yeah, it's all right, just open your legs."
We were sitting in a very cramped car, and you asked me why I couldn't sit in the middle, and I was like, "Because I'm a guy," and we manspread, and then both people on either side would get uncomfortable because they wouldn't have enough space.
Yeah,
Jackass,
but
what does
I told you, this guy is
manspreading mean?
manipulating the story.
Well, I would like to think that Deputy Vice is objective for.
He's not.
Great. He's been a
He's
great
the real
mentor of
Jackass
mine.
here.
Even though he's vertically challenged, he's a great mentor. He always speaks the truth.
He doesn't.
And,
He's an
I'm
honest
upset.
man.
He isn't.
But that was the fact as is. Now, I thought that it might be flirting. When I told this story to Killzone and a few others, they all said it was flirting. But we want you, the viewers, the listeners, to decide. All right? So that is one example of flirting that I can think of. Or rather, attempted
Said that
flirting.
word flirting with quotation marks.
Yeah.
to our
yes, so
viewers, if you think it's flirting, don't comment. Don't leave any comment. If you don't think it's a flirting, leave a comment. So that's how we will
Very
know the
funny.
answer.
You sneaky bastard. So, yeah, as we were talking about kind of awkward flirtatious encounters, most of mine that fit in that category, usually they start off with, it starts with the eye contact, right? You see them, they see you. There's possibly a smile. There's a smile there. That means they're interested, right? That's got to mean they're interested. And then it leads, and then it leads somewhere. You don't know what's going on. You don't really know what to do. And then it ends, and that's it.
I mean, good effort.
I mean, that's the thing. In the movies, it just seems so easy and so like natural too.
Like, even if you try a conversation, or you're in a club and you try dancing or something, well, for me anyway, it usually ends with the girl going away with some other guy.
You didn't go for the kill.
I mean,
Yeah.
Can you be my wingman then?
I'll be happy to offer that service. I should charge some guys for that.
Seems like you have a good track record.
But yeah, it literally happened a couple of weeks ago. I was at a concert. I was there with a friend, and there's a really beautiful girl behind me. My friend, like mid concert, he goes to the toilet, and she steps forward, and I think she's there on her own. I'm basically on my own now as well. I look over. She smiles at me. I smile at her.
Can you feel the love tonight?
But it's the middle of a fucking concert, and there's music playing really loudly. You can't say shit. Nobody else is dancing. What the fuck do you do?
You make eye contact.
You stand
Put
there
your hand
awkwardly
out.
for the next 2 minutes before your friend comes back. And then see her go home with another guy at the end of the night.
What do you think, Deep Throat? What should you have done? No, well, for starters, don't make that sound. Don't look at her and go.
I mean, to the audience listening, I'm actually quite I'm challenged in the romantic department.
No, you're not.
I'm
Like I fizzled your ball.
I'm considered handicapped when it comes to such a situation, so I would rather let Deputy Vice handle this one.
No, but maybe you have a purist and innocent viewpoint.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
maybe
I
it's just
think of
wanna
Deep
talk
Throat.
about it.
I think of Deep Throat as a very innocent person.
Wait, Jack, guess why did you just utter that laughter? Because I am an innocent soul.
Yeah, you're an innocent soul who's had other guys
Every
fondle your
morning,
balls.
every morning when I wake
Hey, it was
up,
my
I
balls
sing
that
a
were
song
fondled,
to
right?
the birds out in the trees, and they come flying to me, and I'll sing a beautiful song, and yeah, like I'm the most innocent guy.
Are you referring to girls as birds?
Well, when you say it like that, you know, it makes
Because then in that
sounds-
case, it sounds like you're living the Bollywood life.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
this weird thing about how romance is portrayed in like movies as compared to real life. Like, it's so far fictionalized that I think people are like they grow up expecting that to be the norm. Like, for example, in like Killzone's experience, like in the concert, they make eye contact. The girl
That
comes
definitely
close to
means
the
she's
boy.
into me, right?
But that's the thing.
No,
If you
it
saw
doesn't.
13 Reasons
It's not
Why,
even that,
like,
right? You have no
Oh,
idea what's
God.
going on. It could
That's the
just be
thing,
eye
like, wow.
contact.
What if she's looking at the guy directly behind you, right over your shoulder, and you can't tell the difference?
Well, then you're. I mean, you're of a special kind. You need to be admitted to a school for special kids, like Xavier's Institution for special kids, for not being able to read the situation. So you can't really.
That's harsh. That's so harsh.
You can't really blame the guy, because honestly, I think females tend to be more mature in this situation. I just don't know. I feel guys can't read situation. Guys are romantically retarded.
I think
yeah,
it's an overgeneralization. But I
No, no,
completely
it's
agree.
Definitely over the generalization.
Was it? Maybe Killzone can help me. Do you think guys are generally
I know I
romantically
am.
retarded?
I know I am, and I feel like
I
you
mean,
sound like you're saying you are. So in
I
this
am
call, at least
romantically retarded.
50% right now.
It's
And if the other
actually
guys chime in.
retarded.
I know most guys are romantically retarded, and I definitely qualify into that. Just because I got very lucky that my girlfriend picked me almost, like, 'cause she knew I was too retarded to do anything. So she sort of like, I don't know. She should say it in her own words, but I think she knew I was asking about her like like a lot. Like she knew right from the get go, whereas I was like, maybe that kind of thing. Like I was probably being a dumbass, really. She had to literally like
So it works.
guide step by step. Well, it worked. I got very lucky. That was the. I think that's the lesson here. You got to like max out your luck more than anything else.
So there's a lot we can do about it, right?
So
yeah, because luck is
Deputy Vice.
inherently something we control, right?
So Deputy Vice, just to
Yeah.
get back to your point, so there is a need for the female counterpart to actually prompt you then, because you do agree that guys are romantically retarded to a certain point.
I mean,
And
there's a weird thing because, for example, I know for a fact there were girls that were into you, Deep Throat, but you weren't into them. You were into other girls who weren't into you. So you're in a weird, like, is it like a chain, like a
Cycle.
love thing? It's not a cycle because no one in that cycle liked someone else at the end of the cycle. It just was sort of like a
Sorry. I meant spiral.
spiral. Yes, it was a weird love spiral when it came to Deep Throat last year or 2 years ago. And you're just like, okay, so if you just stopped liking girl X and went out for one of the girls that liked you, then you would be in a relationship. But it was the choice
But would he be happy though?
I don't know.
well, I wanna end it now with a quote, but you know, like, okay, just keep going. I feel like
Well, we can have two quotes.
no.
Go ahead first.
I'm saving. No, I only could come up with one right now. So yeah, just go on.
So
Yeah,
what a
so,
great
like-
segue.
But the romance is kind of weird, isn't it? Like there's certain factors you can control, i.e., your look, your personality, that would potentially attract a similar-minded mate. That's what you're doing.
I think it's more about the situations you're in as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then again,
Yeah.
that to some extent is your control. Like what kind of
Yeah,
situation
that's
you
what
put
I mean.
yourself in.
Definitely. That's what. Yeah.
Like if you're
like-
always at home behind a monitor or on a couch, etc., you're not really maximizing your chances, are you?
Well, that's online dating, mate. Like there's still a chance.
Okay, I meant to say like not being social, whether in person or online, in a romantic manner.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
if you
So
don't
all of
try,
those
you'll never
people
win.
stop doing that, and yeah,
I'm
Really?
saying,
and you'll be happy.
But yeah, but the thing is, we are also deluded by the current like movies and stuff. Like,
are we? I mean, that might to some extent be true for people, for viewers of Bollywood movies, but like Western movies are
Western
not
movies
as-
are the worst for that.
no. But like guys are less inclined to watch the romantic Western movies, from me, in my experience.
As in,
The Bollywood romantic movies are a lot more
Brownballs, you know.
mainstream. No. But the Bollywood romantic movies are a lot more mainstream in terms of both genders than Western romantic movies.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that in the sense that you're only limiting it to movies, and that almost every movie that you watch has a romantic element to it, of all of which has similar aspects. For example, take Guardian of the Galaxy, hilarious film, bloody brilliant. But then there's still the romantic aspect of if I just like her and I do all these things to make her like me, she will like me back. That's not how it works. It works sometimes.
That's not how the force works.
Most of the time, it just
Sorry.
gets a restraining order.
Well, yeah, it's actually sexual harassment, isn't it? Like, even in both Western movies and Bollywood movies, we see the protagonist constantly hounding the female character, and that kind of leaves the impression on young minds that, oh, that's how you flirt, or that's how you chase after someone, and you
It's like-
force them to like you.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's-
like love by attrition. Like you just slowly wear her down. Eventually,
Yeah, it's like cue
Wait,
in
does
the
it
image
work?
of a tiger
Can we do that?
hunting a deer, and just biting its neck and like submit to me, you know, that kind of thing. And it's like, and she literally bleeds to death by the bite from the neck, and she's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever,
I
let's
don't
go
know
out.
about you, but that got violent real quick. Someone change the topic real fast. Someone just
Someone calm him down. Someone
uh,
doesn't get a girlfriend.
Subway rocks.
No, I wouldn't get him a girlfriend. I wouldn't get him a girlfriend because right now I'm afraid for the girl.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord. So any of the potential girls out there, I'm actually a silent person, not a violent person. So
Silent killer, more like
I'm not a silent killer. Huh?
I'm a silent stalk. Like you just
Silent is not a good adjective.
no.
Okay. I'm not
You don't
a
want to be
silent
silent in a
person.
relationship.
You're gonna be a gentle giant, not you know.
Well, I'm a
The hell
GG,
you
you know.
been off.
I'll make a GG out of you. Wait, no, that came off wrong.
Someone stop him, please.
Well,
I just want to see where it goes.
This is what sells our channel. Keep going.
I'm not kidding.
Deep throw yourself a bit more. Keep going.
I'm probably gonna publish my memoir and like declassify and, you know, announce everything like maybe like 50 years from now when I'm on my deathbed. But right now, let's just have fun, you know. Like, I need to clarify to the audience, like,
Have fun mauling girls to death.
oh god, yeah, it's fun. It's fun when Robert Pattinson does it, when he has his pale ass shining under the sunlight. But it's not okay for a brown ball to do it, isn't it?
Wait, what?
It's a double, like, yeah, the Robert Pattinson did it on what's her name, Kristen Stewart. Like,
In
he bit her
Twilight.
neck, and she was like,
That was
and she was,
So-
and
so
she was
that
giving
was your
the,
thing, man.
and
So
she was,
you wanna follow
and,
that
and she
example
looked
given
like she was suffering a stroke. She just went like,
Wait,
and she was like,
Bramble. That was acting. They were acting out a fantasy
Oh, shit.
novel.
well, but that's the idea of romance that the movie is portraying. That if you bite a girl, she will suffer a stroke, and then she will fall in love with you, and she'll give birth to a baby, whom an old man will say, "I'm gonna marry you someday," and it's not creepy because it's romantic. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, I never watched Twilight because it was creepy and weird.
But right now,
no,
you've just proven my point. You've just gone full. Well, this movie said it, so it must be true. And you said it in a jokey way. Now imagine all the other like not very clever people who think it's real. Like
It is.
well, you gotta excuse Jackass. You know, he tends to believe everything he sees. You know, so
What? That's
Like,
uncalled
okay.
for.
like the funny
I'm kidding, Jackass. I'm just kidding. Wait, why is Killzone so silent? Like, has he gone off to
He really does believe
have a
everything.
private? Is he having a private time with his lab?
I'm planning.
You need to move closer to your mic.
Victim.
Wait, you're planning a lighting? What is this?
Nah, never mind.
no, but like okay, for example, even like films or movies that you don't think that would have that much of a romantic element to it still has weird romantic stuff. Like
Exactly.
The Office.
It's just, yeah. It's hey, don't talk about that. That's a perfect
Yeah.
romance.
Yeah,
Jim and Pam. Jim and Pam. That's the dream.
Jim and Pam is great, but also she liked someone else and he just kept going and then he decides to go for it and
He didn't-
kiss her.
He didn't.
Like it's only romanticized because they finally end up together. Imagine this. Your girlfriend ends up kissing this guy randomly kisses your girlfriend. What do you do? If she doesn't like him, what do you do?
Well, did she kiss him?
Well,
or
what
did-
is
I
she
see
do?
your point. I see your point.
Yeah.
No. But she doesn't like him? But did she kiss him?
Well, for the sake of
Right.
that particular thing, yes. But we were encouraging that behavior. Do you understand?
Mhm.
She doesn't kiss it. Like he comes up and kisses her, and then obviously she kisses back. And then for the sake of the story and all, and everyone's
That's
like, "Oh,
cheating,
Jim and
isn't
Pam."
it? He enjoyed it.
No, but the thing is,
Stop
it's not
ruining The
about
Office
the
for me.
I'm not ruining. Okay, sorry.
My favorite TV
How
show.
that you must,
Spoilers.
I'm just trying to ruin the office for him.
Take How I Met Your Mother. Same thing.
You
Like
met, you met my mother? Well, sorry. It's clarifying. Yeah, go on.
Where do you think you came from?
There we go.
Oh,
There we
jackass.
go.
Jackass. I'm
Just
gonna put my fist so far up your ass that Jack's gonna come out of your mouth. Like, honestly. But yeah, back to the story. Yeah, you're saying?
No, I don't think I can actually follow that. Like shit. Like that's it. Like okay, no, even pop culture. If like How I Met Your Mother, he goes, "Oh, I've really loved this woman, your mother, kind of thing," and I'm going to tell you the story. Then proceeds to tell his kid how he slept with over 50 women in the course of like 10 years. Like, I mean, I know that's kind of weird, but I mean, maybe on averages it's not that much, but
That's
50.
not much.
Well,
I don't know. You know, the American standard of like, oh, you just gotta be able to just.
Yeah, I realized that that philosophy and that school of thought actually transferred into the Asian males. Now Asian males are pursuing the same thing. They think, sleeping around and finding the right one, and you'll find the right one eventually by sleeping with many girls. And
in the
People-
case of How I Met Your Mother, the right one will end up being your aunt.
oh yeah, that's disturbing. But
Not your
Hey.
blood.
Yeah, she's not
No,
actually
no,
related.
but still though, that was the like how the story ended for his kids. That he ended up airing someone they knew as an aunt.
yeah, so it's like I don't know.
No, but
But
there's
they'd
also-
already been in a relationship before, though.
Yeah, but that's got to be even weirder for them.
I don't know.
No, but they wouldn't have known that.
No,
No, but
he
he told
told them
them.
the story, right?
He
Yeah.
told them
No,
the
but he was-
story about how he
but he
dated
was-
someone that's now their aunt.
Yeah, but he was trying to hint, but the kids were smart enough to pick up the subtle hints, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you can do it. We don't care. No, your life."
But that's a really weird thing. Like, not just How I Met Your Mother, but across all movies, it's the same sort of. Yeah, you should just go for it. You know, keep going, keep trying. But like,
yeah, like
Well,
when it's how much is enough of a hint to go? If a girl goes nah, and you keep going after, and she keeps going nah, there's a point where it stops being like, oh, keep chasing, to the point of it being harassment. And I think harassment hits on the second no. Like the first one could be, oh, I'm being cute, come again. But the second one, you should just be like, she was like, nah, and you gotta be like, all right, fine. So it wasn't like there's no justifiable excuse after the second one.
fair enough.
I feel like
And
we're
I think
delving
that's-
into territory I know nothing about. After not even getting the first no, just not even trying at that point.
But you need to try. It's a numbers game, as Rafi says. I mean, eventually someone will say yes.
That's so sad.
And how many people have said yes to you, jackass?
That's very.
And as such, don't hit the numbers. The numbers game work. It's just stats, isn't it? Like, some people have a wider pool to play from. Some people maybe have to look around for that one. So, yeah, we'll
All right.
see
So
it.
yeah,
But
Deep Throat. Do you have a nice quote to take us out with then?
yeah, I think it might not be my best one, but I'll try. Romance is sweet. You sweep me off my feet. Your parents spotted us last week, and now you have an arranged marriage waiting for you this week.